Hello, all the Sagittarius people. We are doing a reading for you today. Let's see what the angels want to tell us. Oh, I think maybe you are in love. You have King of Cups, which is emotionally stable and mature in regards to a love or commitment. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of passion, spark, and excitement. But be careful, because sometimes this is the kind of energy that fizzles out. But it looks like with the Eight of Pentacles, you've been putting in the work. You've already planted your seeds. You know what you want. And now you are maybe setting up some boundaries, or maybe that's how you got there. Finally making sure you take care of yourself. You're in it to go the long haul, but you know that you have to set up limits. You seem pretty stable all around. Yeah, it looks like you had some time recently where you just kind of were coming out of maybe a bad situation, and you've healed. You've rested and relaxed and kind of taken the time to really see the situation from all sides. And you're now, this is a good energy. You've got two aces here. You are ready for the new beginnings that are coming with this passion and this excitement. New ideas. This is maybe change in how you've been communicating. This is good, sharp communication, getting your point across, feeling heard finally. And now you have the Page of Cups too, which means maybe this person is something having to do with art, or something real creative, but a little bit shy maybe. But I think you kind of like that energy. I think maybe you were coming out of something that wasn't quite as stable, and this is starting to feel nice. I feel a real good energy with this. Let's see. What do you want to tell my Sagittarius people today? Yeah, you ended a cycle. This is the 10. It felt like a real heavy burden to let go of whatever you had to let go of before, but it's okay, because that's what allowed this new, fresh energy, this excitement to come in. And what's coming in is much more stable than it was. What was something, we feel like we have to pull a little more on the past energy, because I feel like that's what just came out. What was this burden about? Oh, I think you were feeling maybe overwhelmed with work. Maybe you didn't have a very good work-life balance before in a previous relationship, and now you're understanding how to kind of fit it all together. Maybe work got real busy. Were you taking on more responsibilities than normal, or something felt a little overwhelming with work, and that might have transferred into your love life. The Empress. The Empress is full of knowing. She sits in her power. She is the one everyone goes to for advice. So maybe that's what was happening at work. Maybe maybe you were giving a lot of that energy, but you weren't, you were just doing a lot of work for it to get there, and it overshadowed into the rest of your what was happening. But maybe, and that's when it was time to walk away. You left that situation because it just was not properly balanced. Maybe because it wasn't healthy at home, you couldn't focus at work like you needed to. And now it's time to not look at what you lost, but remember that you have some full cups behind you, which means you might be dwelling on this situation a little bit, of the past situation. Don't bring it into the next one, because you have I feel like the energy and what's coming, or what's beginning, because it looks like there already is a little bit of a new spark, maybe, a little flirting, some new interest, something like that, something exciting. It's fun. Yeah, and there's a lot of passion here. The Knight comes in with some messages real quickly. This is a fun energy, looking to have a good time. But be careful, because that also sometimes is a little bit fuckboy energy. So don't, if that's the energy it's kind of starting with, just if you want more than that, just make sure that it is more than that. Yeah, you got the Ace of Swords again. That means have some honest communication about it, because you don't want to end up heartbroken if you're not on the same page. And I think you're ready to understand how to balance it better, how to balance that energy with the work life too. And maybe that's what you want right now. Maybe just something a little bit more light and fluffy to kind of, you know, take your mind off of all the serious, or, you know, what you were coming out of. And that's okay. Sometimes we just need a little, you know, a little break from when it's too heavy, the energy. So if you want something a little lighter, go for it. But just make sure you're both on the same page about that. Because I know that can sometimes be your energy, and not in a bad way. You're just very free-spirited. So you kind of, you know, don't really feel the need to stick around too long if it's not making sense for you. And I think that goes with everything in your life. The job, the love. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it looks like, yeah, the new energy is really good. We've got some good cards here, okay? We have the Hanged Man, which tells me that's where you were in limbo, kind of stuck between past and future. And I think for a little bit, maybe that's when you were doing your healing, because this is similar. One is just major arcana, one is minor. But this is very Hanged Man energy, where you're just kind of resting, relaxing, sort of coming out of a bad thing, but not rushing and jumping into the next one. I think you have to be careful right now. There's a little bit of addictive energy, which means that if you were coming out of a bad space, you may, you know, you might kind of jump in real quick into something like this. But just, this something tells me be cautious with your spending too right now. So, and the death card is, I think, emotional death. It's where we understood that a cycle had to end, which is why you had that Ten of Wands before. And it was time to come out of that burdened, heavy energy that you were balancing too much, and it was just too much going on. And I think you're good with a nice, fluffy, light something right now. I mean, it could always turn into something real nice, because you have the Two of Cups, which is old love, and it's connection, and it's wanting a connection with somebody, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's, you know, a lifetime connection. And you have the Empress, and I think and you got the Empress before. You've had a lot of repeat cards, actually, so I kind of like when the cards clarify the same cards, because it tells me that that's the message for you. And the Empress, again, she knows her power. She stands in her worth. She is on top of her game. And I think that's the energy you're feeling right now, which is good, because if you're vibing in a nice high energy, you're going to attract, you know, other things in the same frequency. Let's clarify with one more. Let's see what's coming in the nearer future. Strength, yeah. You've been persevering for a long time, and I think this tells me that it's a good feisty energy. You know, it's the animal instincts, and you had that Ace of Wands, you know, before, which is real, you know, kind of primal instincts, which is okay. I think we need that energy sometimes. The Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. That tells me that money is good. It's headed in the right direction. You might have a new idea of maybe something that you want to grow or expand on financially, and I think it's a good time to do it if you keep yourself in this lighter energy. Let's see. Yeah, that's that Eight of Cups again. I think that's you're walking away from what you know is not serving you anymore, which is why that Empress came up too. Because the Empress is she has faith in herself and in her decision. She knows that she's solid and she's strong. And I think you knew what it was time to walk away from and time to head towards this new thing. I think you had to come to terms with walking away from something, though, that maybe you thought was headed in a certain direction, which is why I think those cards of communication came out. It tells me that the next time around, you got to be a little bit more open to the communication, because now it's the World. I mean, if this deck is going to end with the World, that's the best card to end with. That's the end of the major arcana, which means we cycle through all of the bad things, all of the work, all of the healing, and we get to the World, which is getting all of our dreams fulfilled. So I think you're in a good direction as far as money goes. You've had really, you know, very positive cards showing me that you've done work, inner work and the outer work, and you're now ready to kind of reap the benefits. Let's see what soul truths come out for you today. What do my Sagittarians need to work on to finish accomplishing what they've started? Because it looks like you've started a lot of good stuff and you're kind of in it, and there's new beginnings and fresh ideas. A lot of passion and fire, which is good. I don't see really any cards of struggle. I see putting in hard work, but not struggle. There's a difference. Because I see you actually, like, even exchanges of energy, which is good. I feel like you're moving into a much better space than where you were for a while. Okay, what's soul truths for you? When was the last time I danced freely? See, you're in a really good, light, fluffy energy. Dance, because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head and into the body and heart, because fear lives in the head along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a charge of joy and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. Today's soul action. Dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within you and feel you being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with dance today. So it's time to get up, dance, lighten the energy, feel that load lightening up a little bit for you. I think you're coming into a really good space, and this is a good time with the eclipse right now. It's a good time to let go of past traumas and not bring them forward with you, so that once we can release the right way, you can bring in all the things meant for you on the right level and the right frequency. Have a good May, and I will see you soon. Bye.